Yo, what's up everybody? It's AJ. Look, I'm gonna be straight up with you. My life, it wasn't always pretty. Okay, maybe it wasn't a complete train wreck, but let's just say I wasn't exactly winning at life either. But then I discovered these 8 habits. Yeah, just 8. And let me tell you, they changed everything. We're talking night and day, people. This isn't about some quick fix, all right? This is about real lasting change. And I'm not just gonna list these habits off like some motivational speaker. We're going deep. We're talking real life stories, the struggles, the aha moments, the whole shebang. So if you're ready to ditch the BS and actually transform your life, buckle up, smash that subscribe button, and let's do this. All right, first habit, waking up early. I know, you've heard it a million times, right? But seriously, this one is huge. I used to be the king of hitting snooze, rolling over and squeezing in another hour of sleep. But then I realized something. Those extra hours weren't actually making me feel more rested. I was waking up groggy, feeling rushed, and starting my day on the back foot. So I decided to try this whole early bird thing. Let me tell you, the first few days were rough. But then something amazing happened. I started getting more done before most people even woke up. That quiet time in the morning, it's like magic. I could focus on myself, my goals, and actually get a head start on my day. Suddenly, I wasn't constantly playing catch up. I felt more in control, less stressed, and way more productive. And the best part? I actually started enjoying my morning. All right, next up, exercise. And before you roll your eyes and click away, hear me out. I'm not talking about becoming some kind of gym rat or marathon runner. This is about finding what works for you. For me, it was running. I used to hate running, like seriously despise it. But then I challenged myself to a 5K and something clicked. The endorphins, the fresh air, the sense of accomplishment, I was hooked. But it wasn't just about the physical benefits. Exercise became my secret weapon for stress management. Whenever I felt overwhelmed, I'd lace up my shoes and hit the pavement. It cleared my head, boosted my mood, and helped me tackle problems with a fresh perspective. Trust me, incorporating some form of movement into your daily routine is like hitting the reset button on your mind and body. Now, let's talk about what you're putting into your body. And I'm not just talking about food. Sure, eating healthy is important, but it's time to nourish your mind too. For me, that meant cutting back on mindless scrolling and picking up a book. I used to spend hours on social media comparing myself to others, feeling inadequate and wasting precious time. But then I stumbled across this biography of a successful entrepreneur and it blew my mind. Suddenly, I was learning about history, strategy, and the power of perseverance, all while being entertained. Reading opened up new worlds, expanded my perspective, and gave me a serious case of inspiration. And it wasn't just biographies, fiction, self-help, anything that sparked my curiosity and challenged my thinking became my new obsession. The art of saying no. Okay, this one was a game changer. For years, I was the king of yes. Friends needed a favor? Sure. Colleagues wanted help with a project? No problem. I thought I was being helpful, but in reality, I was spreading myself too thin. I was burnt out, resentful, and neglecting my own needs. Then I learned the power of saying no. It was tough at first. I felt guilty, like I was letting people down. But then I realized something important. Saying no to others meant saying yes to myself. It meant setting boundaries, prioritizing my well-being, and focusing on what truly mattered. It wasn't selfish, it was self-care. And the best part? The people who truly cared about me understood and respected my decision. Embrace the power of now. All right, let's talk about mindfulness. Now I know what you're thinking. Meditation? That's not for me. Trust me, I used to think the same thing. But then I realized mindfulness wasn't about sitting cross-legged on a mountaintop. It was about being present in the moment. It was about savoring a delicious meal, appreciating a beautiful sunset, or truly listening to a friend without constantly checking my phone. I started small, just a few minutes of focused breathing each day. And gradually I noticed a shift. I was less reactive to stress, more aware of my thoughts and feelings, and more appreciative of the little things. The magic of human connection. Look, we're social creatures, whether we like to admit it or not. And in this digital age, it's easy to get caught up in the virtual world and neglect our real-life connections. I used to be glued to my phone, scrolling through social media, feeling increasingly isolated. Then I made a conscious effort to put down the device and connect with people in the real world. I started scheduling coffee dates with friends, having meaningful conversations with family, and even striking up conversations with strangers. And you know what? It felt amazing. Laughter, shared experiences, genuine human connection. These are the things that truly bring joy and fulfillment to life. Never stop learning. Remember that feeling of excitement and wonder you had as a kid when you discovered something new? Yeah, well, that feeling doesn't have to fade away as we get older. In fact, I believe that learning should be a lifelong pursuit, and it doesn't have to be formal education either. Pick up a new hobby, watch a documentary, take an online course. The possibilities are endless. I used to think that once I finished school, my learning days were over. But then I stumbled upon a YouTube tutorial on how to build a website, and I was hooked. Suddenly, I was diving into coding languages, design principles, and the world of online marketing. It was challenging, exciting, and incredibly rewarding. Remember, our brains are like muscles. The more we use them, the stronger they become. Give back and pay it forward. Okay, last but definitely not least, giving back. Now, this isn't about grand gestures or becoming some kind of superhero. It's about finding small ways to make a positive impact on the world around you. I used to think that I needed to be rich or famous to make a real difference. But then, I started volunteering at a local soup kitchen and it changed my perspective. It wasn't about the time I was giving, it was about the connections I was making, the smiles I was putting on people's faces, and the feeling of purpose it gave me. Whether it's volunteering, donating to a cause you care about, or simply lending a helping hand to a neighbor, remember that even the smallest acts of kindness can have a ripple effect. Live your best life. So there you have it, 8 habits that have the power to transform your life. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it takes effort, it takes commitment, and it takes time. But trust me, it's worth it. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which habit you're going to start implementing today. And hey, thanks for sticking around till the end. It means the world to me. Now go out there and live your best life.